Alright guys, back here with another video, and this time we're going to be going over my almost top 32 nets I bubbled out in the last round. You guys probably saw me on stream when I drew literally the worst hands of my life, but the deck is phenomenal. I did lose to Sin in the last round of losing a dice roll. Just as a note, I lost all but one dice roll the entire day, and I still went 6-3, which is pretty hard to do going second in this format. So my only losses were to Jared Lopez playing Android 16 in Game 3. I lost that dice roll. It was really close. I did all I could to try to beat him, and I couldn't. And then he burned me for game. Then I lost to one SS4 on stream. That was the worst hands I've drew in my life. And then I lost same way in round 9, which is Soup Players. Shout out to Soup Players. Guy beat me. The Nook. Shout out to him. He just killed me. I couldn't do anything. He's playing Sin. But if you don't know what Cooler does, you probably haven't watched the channel before. He attacks the leader, draw a card. You minus 10k something or minus 5k or something. You mill one for each instance during any player's turn with any kind of effect, but it's a battle card effect, and it's your opponent's turn for the first time. You draw a card as well. 4 or less life, untap one, draw one. On the side, it's the same exact effect, except for you can attack anything and draw a card, and the draw works on your turn and their turn for if you minus something with a battle card the first time.
It's really good to just be able to attack anything on the back right, so you don't have to give them cards.
Give us a reboot. Just give me a little reboot. let me get a Z leader or something.
Oh no.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to do the red-blue package. This is red-blue multicolor deck. We did get some support in the anniversary box, and I'll go over that as well. We got your standard check land. You do not want to play the little cooler guy. He's not consistent. I tried him. I tried to make it work. I even tried a full swap package. It's still not consistent enough. You don't need that much blue energy, so it's not that important. And his other effect doesn't come up. So super combo, there's no excuse to play any other super combo. You need your energy because you're a rival deck, and you want to use your energy on your turn and on your opponent's turn. The new shield. This card is cracked. I actually played it a lot. It has dual attack, blocker. When it's played, you minus 15 something, ignoring barrier, and then you mill for your leader, draw a card. And then he looks top 5 and grabs any Frieza clan. I missed once the weekend, and that was actually on stream, but it usually never misses. You look top 5 and you grab another cooler or another shield or a check land, and then you have another blue instance that you can use so you can dirty burst. Because a lot of times 3 blue energy is ideal, but you don't always get the check lands. 4 Majin Buu, you're still on this card. It draws you 2 cards the first time it's played and then it recycles back coolers, and the more you recycle this, the more likely you are to win the game, because this is mill 3 if you have 2 guys on board. And a lot of times with Z battle cards, they can't combo them away. So if they're bigger than 15k, I'll hit this for 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 every turn until they deck out.
Damn.
So, and then you play the one of boss. I was actually I took this out and then I put it back in. I took it out, I put it back in. But there's no units in this build, so this is either A, your best turn 1 charge in the game, or it is a last ditch mill or triple strike. So really good in time.
Didn't you win a game because it's a mill on play and you milled his last card?
Yep, exactly. It's a mill on play. I couldn't hit his card because he gave it a barrier, but he had 1 card left in deck. Shout out to that guy. He was like, okay, that's cool.
Put him in and he won you a game.
Yeah. So you got the rest of your Frieza package. You got 4 Death Embrace. This card is sometimes really good. A lot of times they waste their time trying to kill this, because they'll do unorthodox plays in SS4 just so they minus the 15, and they'll overplay into I'll just show the card now. They always if they try to play around this by killing it, they always overplay into this. So sometimes they'll even do this the turn before, so they'll go down to 5, and because they know I'm not going to attack their leader.
Right.
And then I hit 4 of their battle cards, and they mill 4, and I draw a card for 1 energy. It's a little too good. And this guy, he has an effect during, when you put him in Z energy, which is relevant. You don't draw a card from it, but it minus 15's a unison or a battle card. So if they go rush attack and they can't play around minus, they'll attack, rush attack, and combo from drop. At the end of battle, you combo this, you maybe combo an ape or something like that, and you'll put this in your energy, and you'll kill it at the end of battle.
That's sweet. Yeah, that card.
And then they mill 1.
The card is so good.
And a lot of people are playing really close, literally close to 50. So they usually do get close to decking out regardless. 4 of your Dread Ambition. This is a really solid tech. I think it's probably your best addition that from some of the newer cards, mainly due to the fact that when you're in a position where you don't want to play bad negates that don't actually synergize with your deck. You don't want a Violent Ray. You don't. A lot of times, even token negates aren't that good because you don't want to take the life. So you against Sin or other decks, it's probably gonna die, but it's a hard negate that's searchable off the top 5 with shield. So and you can swap and put it back in your hand.
Make sure you tell them about that ruling trade.
And then you can't fail to find what swap anymore. So I was forced to play at least 6 copies of a 2-drop Frieza you can play into. With the updated rules, you can do it. But when this played, it came up a few times. I didn't play it that many times, but it came up a few times. And I got to recycle the negate. It felt really nice. Look top 5, grab a Frieza clan, and you can grab shield and all those words. And cooler. So it helps you find coolers. The all reliable, I try to talk myself into taking this out, but it is a mono blue that you can combo with or charge to make sure you have an energy for Durburst. And it did come up. And also, I did recycle cooler a few times, and sometimes they'll attack your negate because they know that attacking your leader is not, they don't have a point to do it, and they'll attack it and just put it back in your hand with this, and it stops their attack.
That's free.
4 being still the best card in this deck, along with Beer Super Combo. It's an Unrival deck. Me and Jerry both agree this is literally not touched in our decks because we only use it on our opponent's turn. So if you're playing an Unrival deck, this is still a 4 of. And then you got Dirty Burst. This is just a meta call. I didn't see a single copy of this card against Sin. I was like, okay, I guess I just lose. I didn't draw anything I needed. So.
Yeah, because on their turn 4 they play it, and you really have a trouble out comboing it.
It's really hard for me to deal with because the way the deck's constructed, I can't really out it. Especially if they play around my cards properly. And the guy I played against last round, he's a pro, bro. That guy's so good. You got the last negate is testing the op. This is just really good. Against SS4, if you open this in your hand, you want to keep it because they always try to double strike you from 5 to 3, and you'd say no. And then you get to play around their next tech because it's always their leader or unison, which are depending on how they sequence. So you will always be able to go into your turn 3 with 4 life, and that is very important, especially when you're losing a dice roll like me. The honorary extra 5th super combo, this card, every time I activated, my opponent was like, "That's too good." Because I grab a super combo back from my drop area. Because they're like, they're thinking in their head, why didn't I Z energy my super combo?
Why didn't you charge it to the Z energy?
And I go, whoop, let me get that back.
Yep.
And then this card was so fantastic a few times. There were some games against Gamma where they think they're in a position where they can win because my hand's starting to get smaller and I just draw 4 cards. And they're like, And
then you just pass, and then you just you untap you with your super combos and you just go in.
And you also sometimes do it with this card. So,
God.
So I have essentially 6 apes in my deck, which is crazy because I used to play 6 apes because I used to play the 4 copies of this one and then 2 copies of the draw 1 ape. But now I just have this. Can't combo with this to draw 2 to defend yourself, but you can play this on your turn. It's hard to get rid of it, and then you combo it, so it's the same thing. And you can also get rid of unisons, obviously. Against Gamma, this is a blowout. If you draw this against them, and I didn't draw it, it took me a little while to find it one time against them, so I had to keep pressuring it. But usually you're attacking their units anyways. Because if you can get the opportunity, you'll attack with your units. You don't want them to go to 5 life. So, you don't want them to be able to awaken with a negate. And then Vegeta Secret Rares. It's honestly a toss-up between this and Radiant Saint still after testing it. I probably would maybe replace it with Radiant Saints because the combo power is crucial. I had to, one way I won a match was because I comboed this because it was a 10k. I was tempted to charge this card multiple times because I had a feeling I was never going to be able to get to it. That's how good it doesn't come up that often. But I did win one match because I did hard play this into a board and nuke all of his unison, his big boo unison and all that. And that's pretty much what he was for. Nice. I wish that he had a way to get him barrier that was not the strategies, so I could actually swing into boo, on a boo unison board.
So you gonna show him the side?
Yeah, we'll go to the extra deck, because they're kind of important.
Right.
A lot of times people try to stall you at 6, depending on the deck, and if they know how your deck works, they know to not try to rush into you, and they'll try to establish unison setup. They'll try to go into, set their barrier cards. So this card will help you go from 6 to 5, or 5 to 4. This card probably going to end up being a 1-of after we get more support, because I never play this card more than once, or maybe 2-of. Because if you do play one, sometimes you can play another in the same turn. So Rush Attack Vegeta is good because it negs and I get to draw a card if I'm awakened. And it's potentially a double strike threat, but a lot of times that doesn't come up. Not this deck specifically. Like, you would think so after you charge a lot of things, but it's just a utility card that you can potentially play. One Beerus. This card was clutch. I'm glad I included it. It's just barrier. It's like the removal that you need whenever they have Sand on board. Sometimes, or like, there's a few other cards it hits too. Or Cell. I played against a Cell one time from Gamma deck. This card never comes up, but it's pretty. And then this is time of the round. I want to go ahead and tell everybody it feels so bad, but
read what this thing does.
so if your opponent has 4 less life when this card's played, your opponent takes a life, and this card gains barrier, even if you don't put a sand under it, which is stupid. And I'm pretty sure that somebody's won nationals.
Andrew Duvall just won Max.
Crazy. Saturday, Andrew. And this card.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 final champion and Weekly National Champion, Andrew Duvall. Congratulations.
That's crazy.
And a huge congratulations to Marcus McCarthy all the way from California, a strong second place finalist.
That's crazy.
Fantastic job by these 2 individuals, reigning over the largest North American finals championship. Thank you so much to everybody who came out again. Fantastic job by everyone. Thank you for coming out.
All right, I guess we can get back to it. I think they're done.
So yeah, so a lot of times with this deck, you don't want them to go to a 4 less life, so they can't use their super combos to actually pressure you. Because if they're playing Raditz, they just can't pressure you. And enough that is, you'll be able to survive. Time gets like really gritty, especially going to game 3 with this deck, because your first game is usually really long, and then it's citing Koitsukai. So most of them are citing Koitsukai because of this, and it's hilarious to me. But they will be at 4 life after you put them to 4 life some way or another. Usually it's with cooler swinging, and they'll let it through, or or they'll token negate. They'll put themselves to 1, and
yeah.
okay, sorry, they'll put themselves to 5, and then so they token negate and they go to 4, so that they're thinking, oh, my token negate, so my super combo's alive now. And turn 3 of time, you just do this and burn them to 3, and you usually have battle cards, and they don't, because you're playing cooler.
Gaga Cowboy for game?
Pretty much. And then 3 Broly Crown, anti-gamma. It's just extra hate, really. And there's other blue decks that hits too. 3 Shen, this is when you go second against SS4, you want to play this on turn 3. Sometimes I play double on turn 2 so I don't get crowned. So I'll have 1 energy up. Or I go this and Black Smoke to kill her unison, so I know they don't have that much pressure next turn. And this card, I probably shouldn't have sided. People play around this card if they're really good, so it doesn't come up that often. Shout out to Puna. Let me borrow the Cunnings, because I let him borrow one of mine. And then, so we got 2 of these for the Divinity, 2 Violent Rays, and 2 Jiren. Shout out to Puna for letting me borrow 1 Jiren and 2 Clan Commanders, because I didn't bring mine with me. But yeah, this is anti-17. This is supposed to be anti the OTK. In reality, I never sided in like anything other than these, so, because of my matchups. But yeah. But shout out to the team, and it's awesome to see everybody here, and especially everybody from North Carolina. Shout out to Team 7 Star with us.
Yeah, shout out to that top 32 team.
Yeah, check out that video if you haven't already. Smash the like button, and we'll see you guys in the next video.